Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the 30-minute lunch break podcast. This is episode 91. We decided to do like a little emergency podcast because that game one of the Western Conference Finals was super intense and has a very controversial moment, so we want to talk about it. Okay. I'm your host, Brandon Rosenthal. Alongside me is your host, Eric Garcia. What is going on, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. Excited, ready to talk about the play that everybody's ready to talk about.
It is Monday. I'm going to check right now, May 15th. So I forgot the date.
May 15th, yeah.
Monday, May 15th. So hello, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for listening. If you're a first-time listener or you're listening to or watch your first-time listener on iTunes or whatever, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Let's get started.
Let's get into it.
So we're not really going to go over the game that much, but the quick Warriors won. They overcame a 25-point deficit. Won. They did
quick
win.
recap, I guess, would be Spurs were up by a shitload. Then we're not. Lost the game they should have won.
A superstar on the Spurs got injured, and that's what we're going to talk about.
Well, yeah, because what is it? I think once Kawhi got hurt, I think it was a 15-16, something like a 15-16 run that the Warriors went on, you know? It was the perfect, thing they needed.
It was the perfect thing they needed.
But the actual play, the actual hurt.
Speaking of the play, I want to play a little picture-in-picture. So we're going to watch it live right here on our phone where I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys. So let's do that. Go ahead and roll it, man.
Yeah, tell me what you think.
All right. So Kawhi shoots. ZAZA takes about 400 steps and gets right under him.
Right under his foot. I mean,
Kyle Anderson goes like this. Like, he's like, oh, fuck.
You know what happened right away. I mean, the guy's jumping away from him.
That's the super dirtiest. All right, so that's one of the dirtiest things you can do to a shooter. In my personal opinion, I play basketball. I shoot a lot. I don't jump. If you couldn't tell my skin color,
so
I'm not a good jumper.
Anyway. That wouldn't affect.
That would super affect.
But you don't jump.
I jump a little bit. A little bit.
Squeeze
it close to. Hey, look, I've injured my ankle 3 times, so I jump a little bit.
A little bit of how?
A little bit. But Kawhi, it's like you were saying, Kawhi was even fading away. Kawhi is fading away. And ZAZA still takes like 3 steps. What's ZAZA's purpose going out that far? When he finishes his playing defense, he's on the other side of the 3-point line.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Now, that's just the way he defends.
How far do you need to go?
That isn't accidental. That's how he defends that play. That's what you could tell. That's when the guy's moving. He's fading away, and you're like, yeah. So now I got to take another 4 steps to make sure I'm under him.
Like, he's one of those guys that'll box you out to the seats, all the way. He takes it way too intensely. But also that's why he's there.
That's not even intensely. And that one I think is just he's trying to put the scare in you. Like, what's up? You trying to get hurt? You know what I mean? Like,
I wish this was in the 90s because something would happen. An elbow, something tough. Like, that's what I expect. Like, if Tim Duncan was on this team, he wouldn't take this shit. And I'm not really.
I think you would. I'm just saying, but I'll fuck it again. But look, what's it called? No. But one thing that I do, we've talked about this that I agree with you is that this happens a lot where we talk the new tough guys. Now that we get props is like, I'm not saying they're not tough guys. I'm saying we never will find out for sure because they do tough guy shit. But again, like you're mentioning now, they know there's no repercussion. They know there's not going to be another guy that's going to come punch him right in his fucking face. That just doesn't happen anymore.
They just get suspended or fined.
Yeah.
Would you suspend him for a game?
No, because I think this is a play that happens still too much in the league. I don't want to make this about ZAZA.
So this is about in the off season. Something's got to give.
Something's got to give. You do suspend them after you do whatever you fix it. If you correct it this season, next season you have no tolerance for it, and you're like, yo, you're gone. But they got to correct that. They got to make that a thing going in. You can't choose. All of a sudden, we see it happen in game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, and you change the rule, because they're not going to change the rule. Because I think this shouldn't be allowed anyway. This is a foul.
Yeah, no.
So it's not like they're allowing it to happen. What I'm saying is they got to understand the importance of it and say, you know what, this needs to be taken up another level.
Well, because if you go to a player driving to the lane for either a layup or a dunk, and somebody cuts out his legs, that's going to be a foul, maybe a flagrant, maybe out of the game.
Yeah.
And then, for sure, like you're saying, somebody's going to walk up to you, and in the NBA, that happens. Like, it's the hold me, like Jalen Russ says, the hold me backs.
Yeah, you just bump into them, and then you kind of hope your friends.
So they go face to face, and nothing happens. Unless you're J.R. Smith, then usually something happens.
Exactly.
But that's what I mean. That is such a and if you're ever playing street ball or whatever, that's a play you never want to see. Like, that's something that somebody can get really hurt.
Well, street ball, that doesn't really happen. Because, again, street ball, there are guys allowed to punch you right back. Like, there's not...
Oh, no, for sure. Like, there's no NBA...
that shit ain't going down.
No, if that happens one time, you're getting punched.
Yeah, that guy's getting fucked up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the way it's going down. So, Yeah, I look.
Even white people will punch you. Maybe. Maybe.
But, well, look, I just think this is a thing you got to make it. This is on the league to just let it be clear this shit shouldn't happen, and it needs to stop.
Yeah.
Make it a flagrant. Make it an automatic ejection. Do whatever the fuck you got to do, but make that announcement before you start coming at these guys. I don't think he should be suspended. I think maybe fined, because
I think fine for sure.
Fine's a way to let them know. Look, dude, we want to suspend your ass, but maybe we don't feel like we're right. We don't have all the law or the shit isn't written in the right way where we could suspend you. But we're going to get your ass next time.
Okay, well, the next question is, I guess the real question now, because there's two debates, right? There's was the play dirty, in which we both agree. Yeah. Yes, 100%. Obviously, the play is dirty.
Dirty play, yeah.
Is the player dirty?
That's where I think I agree. Where you see that he has had some, history of doing some shit like, a little bit dirty.
A History of Violence. Good movie.
But so I would say in this case with Zaza, he's a dirty player. I don't say like he's
in like 2017 standards, or just in general, anywhere you play basketball, this guy is dirty.
Yeah, he's gonna be an old man playing pickleball that's still gonna be doing dirty shit. But
he's one of the holders, grabbers.
He's never just
step on your shoe when you try and jump, like that kind of guy.
But he gets, I think for the most part, he's a competitive. Why the fuck did he say no, because for the most part he's a competitive guy. So I think the way he plays the game, he looks at it like just extra competition. Like he's trying to really win, that he's willing to do whatever the fuck needs to happen. So, but I do think, isn't the worst of things. He's not necessarily dirty, and like, he's not the most offensive guy in the league.
Well, who's the dirtiest player on the Warriors?
Well, on the Warriors, it was probably Bogut, but no, he's not there anymore.
He's not there anymore. We got replaced by Zaza,
it's Draymond Green. And Draymond Green, maybe might be one of the ones in the league. I think these are the kind of guys that last, though, because they're the kind of dirty players that people want on their team. Like, well,
I mean, especially
they're not dirty enough where they're not so dirty that even your own teammates can fuck with you. Because sometimes you do some dirty shit that even your own teammates gonna be like, "Hey, that's out of line. You gotta cut that shit."
You talking about Bynum?
Yeah, or certain dirty plays. Where you can't even back your team. And that's just, there's no room for that shit. But when the guys do it and you feel like, he's just competitive. He's just competitive.
That's our boy right there, standing up for us.
Yeah, like. Really, he just took out dude's ankle, but fuck it.
I guess so. Didn't give him anywhere to land and shit.
And, and football.
And then he got surprised.
Football teams and hockey teams, they definitely tend to have those guys more often. Where, hey, you know what? That guy we would all be better off as a unit if that guy was hurt. You know what I mean? That's just something that kind of gets mentioned. And I think that, who knows, it could have been the case here where it's like,
well, clearly they were fucking down by 20.
I think people get more offended by this too, is because, dude, the Warriors don't need help to beat. Don't be hurting guys. You should be able to beat the fucking Spurs. The only reason
Tony Parker.
Yeah, the only reason we think this is a chance because we think Kawhi has a chance to do great things. Now you hurt the guy. What the fuck?
That's like, to me, that's what like pisses me off the most, because I was actually I'm rooting for the Spurs. Yeah. Because I want to see Kawhi and LeBron in the finals.
The matchup there, it really intrigues me. But I definitely still want to see Warriors.
I mean, maybe we'll have Kawhi and LeBron later on, but I mean, they're there now. You may not get there again. You know how, fragile this shit is.
I get it, but that to me is more of a one-on-one. I really want to see the whole Cleveland versus Golden State. Like, I think that both teams intrigue me in that competition.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was the only thing we were going to talk about until something just entered my mind right now, because tomorrow is such a humongous day in Laker history.
Oh, the pick.
So the lottery is tomorrow. If you don't know anything about the NBA and you're watching our show, I don't know how you found us, but fucking right on, man.
You're awesome.
Good shit. So there's a lottery tomorrow where the worst teams in the league have a percentage to get the number one pick. So the Lakers have the third worst record in the league. Yeah. So this is our third.
So they have the third best odds.
The third best odds to get the number one pick. We have a 46% chance to keep our pick, and 44.
We'll keep the top three pick.
Keep a top three pick. You guys, if the pick is number 4 or less, it goes to Philly. But finally, we will know. We will finally know what happens, and then this shit will almost be over.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? It's because I brought it up over time. I am on the camp of fuck it. I hope we don't get that fucking pick, because we've been acting like a bunch of fucking crime baby ass shitheads as fans, and like wanting to lose games. This is the one shit that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Why? Why is this the season? We've drafted in the lottery the last fucking 3 years, 2 years. And all of a sudden, like, what changed, dude? We've been drafting in the lottery. That's not the fucking solution. Do I want to keep the pick? Of course.
Obviously.
Just for you would rather have the pick than not have the pick. But when you lose on purpose or shit like that, that should never be fucking rewarded. That's just.
I do think that. Well, you know what's funny is that when I read this article about the Lakers, I can't remember who wrote it and what on websites. So obviously, good shout outs there.
Yeah.
They're talking about the unit of Mozgov, Randall, Ingram, Clarkson, the main core or even the starting five. They competed with the league.
Yeah.
Because we saw we had this conversation we should be good enough now.
Exactly.
We should be our prediction before the season started was 33, 34 wins. Because you see it. You just see it's just so much inconsistency with the group and there's injuries. But they definitely could compete. They competed with the Cavs all fucking night long, and the Cavs are an incredible team. Everybody played that game, and they rested the night before against the Clippers, the weaker franchise, obviously. So, I want us to keep the pick, but I'm just happy that it's finally going to be fucking over. I want tomorrow is going to be, we finally know. Now we know, and that's all I want.
I'm fine with not look, when I think of the future of the Lakers, this pick isn't part of it. That's why I would want to keep it, because that makes it that much more amazing. But to me, it's with what you have now, I'm thinking of adding free agents to this team.
I know.
I'm not thinking of we're gonna land this guy, because look, when you start doing this, dude, that's when you find yourself in the lottery again next year.
This asset,
and you can't be the team that psychs himself up on every year we're gonna wait on the lottery to fucking save our ass.
No, I think what I want personally is this is the last year we should be in the lottery. And if we keep the pick, then that's another asset we can use to either lure, because Paul George, the thing about it is we want this ideal in Laker utopia. We're good. Paul George is playing happily in Indiana, and then he leaves. Jimmy Butler leaves. They all come here. Yeah. We give up nobody. We have everybody.
Everybody stays.
Unfortunately,
that can't happen.
That can't happen because Paul George wants a 5-year deal. And in order for that to happen, he needs to be traded.
Sign and trade.
He might need to be traded. And it's all about the assets we have to give up. And I doubt, because Indiana can say, look, no, we're not going to sign and trade you unless we get something in return. There's other teams, and, especially with Larry Bird leaving now, they're going to want to get some young dudes if they're going to lose Paul George. Yeah. So I think I see sign and trade happening with him. If I'm the Lakers, I think I'd pull the trigger, but I'd be very careful. I do like what Clarkson brings to the table, but I definitely don't want to get rid of Ingram, because I feel like Ingram and George can play together.
Yeah, I would ideally, again, we all want to give up what we want to give up, but what are teams willing to take? I would hope that the first overall pick would be enough. But unfortunately it takes that and something else. I would, like you said, if we haven't drafted yet, I'm cool giving that person up. I don't give a fuck who it is. Fultz, Ball.
Yeah.
I'm cool with getting rid of either of those guys.
We need a veteran all-star at this point.
So maybe I look at it maybe can we get Jimmy? Maybe not Paul George, but Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. I mean,
some shit like that.
Something's available. Gordon Hayward is
whoever's available for a first round or a first overall pick. That's who I would want.
Yeah.
When you start wanting a little bit more than that, I'm like, fuck. Then maybe just get some free agents, or just draft the guy. Fuck it.
See what happens. I guess we can finish with. I don't see a problem with adding Lonzo Ball to this roster if he's the one that we draft. And it seems like there's he got a weird feeling this is going to kind of happen.
Yeah.
I got a weird feeling that
I don't see it as a problem. I see the problem more with us overall as a fan base, where, dude, if these fools, this is the embarrassing. They start, I don't know, 3-8. To start the season, already fools are like, cool, let's tank it. That's the mentality now. Before it was like, maybe you look and there's 2 weeks to go. You're like, oh shit, we have a chance to get the first overall pick. Let's start losing some games. Now it's like, week 2, you're already like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, let's lose these fucking games.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely against that. I think we should always be competing for the playoffs. Even if it's the 8th seed, you can see that good teams, they grow, they go from shit. Like it happened with, it happened with the Lakers. It happened, a lot of people remember the, 2001 too. But they don't talk about the 96, 97, 98, 99 Lakers. We all watched that shit. We all watched the struggles. And we saw OKC do it when they 23 wins to, 49, losing to the Lakers in the first round, then beating the Lakers, and then getting to the fucking finals, and then dismantling their team like morons. But you see the growth. The Jazz right now, too, getting to the second round, and they're there, getting swept by the Warriors.
It's just, there's never a time when you'd rather lose a game than win one. That's just the simpleness of it. Fuck what it matters of... we don't like 8 seeds. I don't like the 8 seed like the next guy. Well, you know what I don't like? Not making the playoffs at all.
Yeah.
You know what I don't like? Losing fucking games. So to me, I don't give a fuck.
I want my players growing, growing as human beings and as basketball players, and the playoffs is the only way.
People make it seem like, nah, you have to suck or just win it all.
All right.
There's a medium.
Okay. Game 7 tonight. Who you got?
I got Boston still. Just because I thought I was waiting for the Wizards to do it. I really had a Game 5. I'm gonna go back to I felt like they had to win Game 5 and they didn't. So I'm gonna go with Boston.
I'm going Wizards. John Wall scores 40.
And isn't the number like 82% though? When teams win Game 5, they move on. So you're going against that.
I'm going against the grain.
So Wall goes ham.
Wall goes ham. Bradley Beal has a few threes. And I feel.
I mean, I hope what you're saying is correct because I definitely wouldn't mind.
My brain says they go the opposite, but I mean, I'm going Wizards.
Yeah, so, I could fuck with you there because fucking Wall is a beast, man.
Yep. Guys, that is it for us. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to head back to work. Find us on the web at 30minutelunchbreak.wordpress.com. Check us out and subscribe on YouTube. Leave some comments. That would be great. Some interaction with everybody. If you have iTunes, please rate and review. That's how we get found. That's how we get more listeners and subscribers. So we would really, really appreciate the love on iTunes and some reviews. Even if they're bad. Doesn't matter. Just leave something. Preferably good, but we'll take it.
Bad is fine.
Bad is fine. We're on Soundcloud, Google Play, Stitcher, all that good stuff. So, all right, guys, some good sports on today and upcoming. So take it easy. Have a great week. We might be back later this week. We might not, so we'll see what's up. All right. Take it easy, guys. Later.
Beat the Giants.